Here's the thing is that chat interfaces are not going anywhere. It's a way for us to communicate with LLMs, with AI models, and it's probably how we'll keep talking to them for a while. Today I want to show you 3 different UI libraries that are going to help you with your AI interfaces, starting from like AI chat interface to other like agentic UI that you might need in your application. So let's get into it. So I'm going to start with the most popular one, then we're gonna go and I'm gonna show you some hidden gems as well. So let's start from the most popular one, and you might have seen it before, which is AI Elements. And AI Elements is a project by Vercel, which is built on top of ShadCN and is fully composable. They have a lot of different components, starting from attachments, how you would display different attachments in your chat, different checkpointing to like restore your conversation, chain of thought, for example, the reasoning of the model. Like for example, conversation, where they implemented auto scrolling for you, so you don't need to worry about it because it's a pain in the ass to implement it yourself. But they implemented and handled that for you, which is great. They have like, again, reasoning to showcase the reasoning of the model, let's say. They have, for example, like this plan component that handles plan of the model for you on how you would display that plan in your application. For example, queue messages. If you ever used Claude Code, for example, you know that you can queue the message, and that's exactly what this is for. The other thing, like sources, you can showcase the sources inside of your chat application or any of your agentic application, and it covers much more than that. I'm gonna go a bit more in depth in each one of those, but the most impressive part and the most impressive component, in my opinion, is Markdown renderer. If I can find it here. Yeah, so it's handled, I assume, in the conversation. So the thing is that they're using under the hood the component, the library which called Rundown, I believe. Not Rundown, the Streamdown library. And they're using it under the hood of this conversation, I believe, or messages, maybe messages. Yeah, Streamdown. They're using it under the hood. And the Streamdown library, what it does, it handles the Markdown rendering. So it's going to handle for you like JSX, if you need to render, for example, code block inside of your chat or inside of your Markdown. It handles a lot of security stuff to make sure that you are not going to inject anything into this Markdown. Also, it handles streaming of the tables, Markdown tables, which also, like, if you had to ever implement it yourself, you know how painful this is. So they're handling that for you and you don't need to worry about it. And we just covered the chatbot. The other thing that they have is first, like, different UI for agents, for example, for artifacts to display different, I don't know, like code execution inside of your chat. For example, commits, if you need that, file trees, GSX preview, so you can like display the actual generative UI of and stream the actual component in your application. I'm not sure how they're handling that because it seems to be a very simple task. But still, they're handling that for you. So they have like GSX preview component. You have here the GSX content, and also like the error if something goes wrong. Also sandbox, web preview if you need that. Also, the other thing is that they're handling workflows. So if your chat for some reason needs a canvas, workflow canvas, they are not displaying it here. See workflow example. Yeah, so here, if for some reason your application needs that, also they're handling that for you. So you can easily display that in your application because it just handled for you. And it's again just a simple component which is like nodes, and you have here canvas, and you put your nodes into the canvas, and that's pretty much it. The only complaint that I have here with this library is that for me it looks very generic. It looks very, I don't know, like standard ShadCN-ish, if you can say that even. But yeah, again, it's all composable and you can change that, but out of the box, for me personally, I don't really like this design. It looks really generic. But the other really important thing is that most likely if you're going to build a chat interface, most likely you're going to use AI, and AI needs to know about the API of this library, right? And so the cool thing about AI Elements is that they have really good skill that you can set up for your agent, and your agent is going to know everything about each component of this library. So really great library backed by Vercel. It has really good skill for your agent. For me personally, my personal opinion is that it doesn't look that good. But again, it's all composable and you can change it for your application and for your style. The next library that I'm going to show you is PromptKit. It was built way before AI Elements, and I think AI Elements got a lot of inspiration from this library as well. And it was built by, I believe, just one guy on Twitter or on X. And I think he did a really good job. So this library also has like chain of thought. It has all the same thing for handling the auto scrolling, for example, in your application. It auto scrolls for you. It has different code blocks. It has feedback bar, let's say. It also has reasoning, so you can render the reasoning of the model. Again, for me personally, it doesn't look that good. But still, it's really minimalistic and it's also composable. So it's built also on top of ShadCN, so you can easily like customize it, and you're not installing the library, you're installing actual components. They also have this component for like sending messages, attaching files, enabling the search, viewing the tools, and here they're also like demonstrating how you can customize it as well. So this is really great like minimalistic library that you would use. It doesn't have that many components. So I believe this library doesn't have a skill, but it has LLM text file, an LLM text full file that showcases all the components that you can give to your agent, and it will know everything about this library. So this is also a big plus for this library. So it was released before AI Elements. It was built by just one guy. It's really clean and minimalistic library. Again, very composable. You can change it, you can customize it. In my opinion, the next one is the best one. It has all the possible things that you would need in your AI application. And it's beautiful. It has all the agent skills that you would need. And it's called Assistant UI. I don't know, for some reason I missed this library, but then a few weeks ago I found it and I think it's incredible. So again, it's built on top of ShadCN. It's built on top of the ShadCN idea of composability, that you're not installing the library, you're installing components. And because of that, it's really customizable. And if we look at the elements that it provides to us, it has all the loading states, the thinking indicator, which in my opinion looks much better than we saw in PromptKit or let's say in AI Element. The same goes for reasoning panel. Like this animation, it's really clean. For example, the streaming also, if I can somehow restart it, like this streaming looks sick in my opinion. And most likely you can also change the animation inside of the component, and it's not a problem. You can ask the model and it's going to change the streaming of the text. Like the typing indicator, let's say the reasoning effort, also really clean UI here. Let's say guardrail notice as well. Of course, they're handling the conversation UX for you with the after scroll as well. Also, they have like UI for message branching, which also looks clean. Like with those animation of the text, for example. They have the message actions that you just put into your messages, follow-ups, message queues as well, which looks also clean without any animation, but they have some animation here as well. Edit message, so when you click and edit your message, they have that as well. All the replies for the messages, feedback, dialogue, let's say UI for stop trans, which is also super cool. Timestamps for your messages with really cool animation of the like the fade-in animations for the timestamp. Regeneration, the confidence, the tool use also looks really clean. You can see here how it shows the tool use here. With the previous libraries, they just showed a really like big ugly card. Here's like it's hidden behind the accordion, and I think it looks sick. For example, tool timeline, you can show here all the tools that were called. Also like web search, where you can see like the sources appearing here as it searches the web. Let's say the sources, you can see here all the sources. Inline citations, let's say, if you have ever implemented it yourself, you know it's a little bit pain in the ass to get it right. Image generation, let's say, also it looks like sick, this animation of the generation. If we go into the, here like it's those dots, they're appearing, disappearing, like fading, which also looks super clean. retrieving chunks, so for your RAG in your application, let's say. So it handles a lot of different use cases in your chat application. And I don't know why I haven't discovered it earlier, to be honest, because it's really good library. I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure why they have pricing here, but it's definitely not for the components. It's for their like some kind of cloud. I have no idea what this is, but we don't need to worry about it. We have all the components that we would need in our application. We have all the resources. The other cool thing that they have here is Playground. Playground, where you can actually build the UI of your chat. You can toggle different UI parts and install it into your application easily with all the components, with everything. You can customize here like Markdown, different code themes, suggestions, colors of the suggestions, a lot of different stuff. Really cool library. I highly recommend you checking this out. They have a lot of different examples here if you need like in ChatGPT example, let's say, or if you want Claude, even though Claude here looks like ass, but still it's they have some examples, also like Grok style assistant. So they're showcasing that it's very customizable. And again, they have an agent skill that you can easily install for your agent, and it's going to know everything about like all the components here. So I think it's really important that you are not going to rebuild chat interface every time that you're building it, because for sure you're going to build a lot of different chat interfaces in your lifetime. So those UI libraries are going to definitely help you. So if you found this helpful, I'm going to leave all the links in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.